And we're back. We're back on the Taipei Metro, the MRT, or as we used to call it, the Mr. T.
I pity the fool that doesn't use public transportation. How you feeling there, John?
Yeah, how's your foot?
My foot is killing me.
You're looking
I got a
pale.
little lost there in the main station. It was tough. Yeah, I'm not feeling great.
You're among friends again, and we're still going to the zoo, though, right?
Yeah.
How much is this going to cost me, man? We don't have a lot of money.
Oh, it's fine, man. I got free passes. Don't worry, it's all on me.
Yeah, let's not stress about money. You know, I've got a funny feeling everything's going to work out for us.
I don't know. We've been in dire straits here, but this trip is on me. So don't worry about it.
Okay, well, boys, we're doing the Central Division.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be too hard to figure out where we're going to start if we're going from the bottom. Chicago Blackhawks, probably not going to be a playoff contender this year.
I wouldn't think so. But there's a lot of cause for optimism there. They have Connor Bedard. How many points can he get? That's a big question coming into this year. What do we think?
Yeah, I cannot wait to see what this kid will do for his rookie season. I'm thinking 70 points.
Yeah, I think 70 points is actually a little conservative. I think you could get closer to point a game.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know, but I would say anywhere from 60 to 90. That's where I'm going. 60 points to 90 points. It's very hard to
Quite the
judge
range
rookies.
there, John.
I know it is. I know.
From 0 to 1,000 points, eh, John?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's going to be a long season in the Windy City, but do you guys like some of the vets they brought in to play with this kid?
Yeah, I like the idea of some of these guys they brought in just to, kind of give him some support. You got guys who've been leaders on their team, players like Nick Foligno, Corey Perry, who's been through so many playoff battles.
Yeah, and Taylor Hall, former first overall pick himself, so he might have some guidance for young Connor Bedard there.
Yeah, they could probably make some beautiful music together on that first line power play.
Yeah, I don't think fans are going to see a lot of wins there, but should be entertaining.
Yeah, for sure. And close to Chicago, I think Arizona. Now, this is a team that's been in the basement for so long. There is some reason for excitement, though, this year, isn't there?
Yeah, if you look at the way they closed the year last year, a lot more competitive down the stretch. Guys like Clayton Keller and former 5th overall Barrett Hayton really starting to show their promise. And you look at the guys they're bringing in this year as well. Logan Cooley, who is a very high pick for them. He's been wowing people in the preseason with some of his goals. So, yeah, exciting times, I think.
And they made a couple of off-season moves trying to upgrade their decor with Dumba and Dursey.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, Dumba's a bit of a vet, and Dursey's a bit of a younger guy who has some good upside. So, until their younger prospect defensemen come online, this could be a nice something to tide the team over.
Yeah, they're still in Mullet Arena this year.
Yeah, the overall future of the franchise remains in question. Still only 5,000 fans can fit in there, and, they may be on the move any day now. So, it's always a little sketchy. Some excitement, but maybe not too much.
Yeah, I think the one question we can answer about this franchise, not a playoff team this year.
Guys, let's move this along to the St. Louis Blues. This is a team that I have a tough time getting a read on.
Yeah, I mean, remember when they won the Stanley Cup? That wasn't too long ago, was it? But, I mean, this team doesn't really look the same as that team. Ryan O'Reilly's gone, Vladimir Tarasenko gone. So, I mean, should they be retooling, rebuilding?
Well, I think they've already started the retool a little bit. They've got another new wave of young players coming up. Robert Thomas is emerging as a star in this league, as is Jordan Kyrou. So I think that they do have some competent NHLers already, so they should be able to score some goals.
And John, they have your friend there as well.
Yeah, Pavel Buchnevich. He's pretty good, man. I mean, he's a nice addition to the top line on the left side.
How about Jacob Verana? What do you think he's got in him?
I think he's got a 30-goal season in him. The question is, though, what's he going to do in his own end? I think that he's kind of a minus guy and why he's been bouncing around from franchise to franchise.
Yeah, looking at the back end of this team, it's a little sketchy back there. I mean, Torrey Krug is oft hurt. Justin Falk is a decent defenseman, but I think after that it tails off real quickly. They don't have a lot of depth, and especially much offensive pop.
They've still got Parayko back there. He's a big body. But what about a net with this team?
Well, as an outside observer, I love the sideshow that is Jordan Binnington. You never know what you're going to get out of him. Is he going to play out of his mind and make a 45-save win shutout, or is he going to lose control in the second period after giving up his 4th goal and try to fight half the other team?
Yeah, I mean, he may have a little competition here from young Joel Hofer. We'll see what he can offer. There is some talent there, but completely unproven.
Yeah, I would have to say this team is probably a bubble team at best, but we'll see.
Well, let's move along from the Blue Notes to Music City, the Nashville Predators, another one of those mushy middle teams in the Central.
Yes. And another one that's kind of fallen from grace, but it is a new era in Nashville. Barry Trotz takes over as general manager. First order of business, out with John Hines, in with Andrew Brunette. So we're going to see a different face to this team. How might that play out on the ice, though?
Yeah, I thought Burnett did a really good job with the Florida Panthers when he came in there, but I just have a question of where do the goals come from?
Yeah, they have moved on from those two big signings they made way back when. Matt Duchene and Ryan Johansson are both playing for different teams, and I don't really know if Ryan O'Reilly's going to be able to fill in offensively.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that either. I mean, they need more of Philip Forsberg. Thomas Novak, he's a young kid. He might be able to offer a little bit more offensively.
Yeah, he did pretty well down the stretch last year.
He did. But is that going to be enough? I feel like this team just does not have that offensive pop.
Yeah, I think they're going to need more from young guys like Tomasino and Evangelista, maybe.
And what about the D-core for this team?
Well, the D used to be the bragging point of this team for years, and it's not what it used to be. I mean, Roman Josi, obviously, still an excellent defenseman, but, tails off a lot more quickly than it used to with Luke Shen, older guy, Ryan McDonough, solid defenseman, but also in the twilight of his career. Tyson Barrie can offer a little bit offensively, but I just don't like the look of this D, especially compared to what it used to be.
Yeah, not what it used to be, but Dante Fabro is a young defenseman who has a lot of room for growth in his game, so that gives hope, I think.
And hey, they still have UC Saros back there.
Yeah, Vezina caliber goalie. They've also got young Askarov waiting in the wings who could be a potential stud down the line.
Yeah, that's definitely not their weakness, but I would still say this team is also a bubble team at best.
Yeah, nothing too exciting.
John, I have to ask you about your favorite team, the Winnipeg Jets. Bit of a strange offseason for this team. What do you think?
Yeah, you're not the only one with questions about this team, Jeff. Lots of questions hang over, especially what will happen with Mark Scheifele and Connor Hellebuck. This is a situation that's, dragged on a little longer than I think a lot of fans appreciate, and people aren't really quite sure of the direction of this team.
Yeah, John, I was wondering about this the other day. Do you, as a Jets fan, even want to make the playoffs? If you do that, or you're on the way to making the playoffs, then you don't trade those guys on expiring contracts. You could lose them for nothing.
Yeah, it's a very good question. I think there are, a segment of Jets fans that would like to see them not get off to a very good start and then move these guys and get some assets in return, and it's not a bad argument.
Sure, it's going to feel weird not having Wheeler around.
Yes, but we do have a new captain with Adam Lowry, so we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, the thing I'm worried about is who's going to fill the skates of Pierre-Luc Dubois.
Well, we got Gabriel Velarde, Alex Iafallo, and Rasmus Kupari, so 3 decent players. I think they're hoping for Velarde to be the most prominent amongst those. And then can Cole Perfetti be a second-line center? That's what they're hoping for him to be.
Yes, that is a big question. I cannot wait to see what Josh Morrissey will do this season.
Yeah, I can't imagine him repeating last year. I felt like that was a one of a kind season, career year, but maybe he'll prove us wrong.
Yeah, maybe he is an excellent defender. This team in general, like Nashville, like St. Louis, I think they're a bubble team. And yeah, like we said, a lot of questions hanging over their future.
Well, gentlemen, our immediate future is going to involve a transfer. We are at Zhongxiao Fuxing Station, which means we are heading up to the brown line.
Yeah, we got to go up to the above ground line. Okay. Let's go.
Hurry up, John.
The train leaves in like a minute.
I'm coming. My foot.
Just
foot.
Gut it out for us, buddy. We got to get to the zoo. It's getting kind of late already.
Yeah, I'm coming.
So we are now on the brown line, guys.
Yeah, my least favorite of the MRT lines. It's always so crowded in here.
It's packed on here. It's nice to have the windows, I guess. You can see outside a little bit, but yeah, we're crammed in here like sardines.
Yeah, overall, I absolutely love this MRT. It's clean, it's efficient, but I don't like this line.
Yeah, I wish we had a gangway grabber in here.
Well, guys, it's time to get wild. Let's talk about Minnesota and their chances this year.
I like this team, but have they gotten better?
Yeah, they've always been kind of stuck in the mushy middle. And up the center, they're also kind of mushy. They've never really had that number one center that they need to play with Kaprizov. Joel Eriksson-Ek is good. Is he really what you want as number one? And Marco Rossi, he's been a guy we've been saying this, we've been saying this about him for, 2 or 3 years now. Can he progress at all? And just think center is a weak position for them.
Yeah, Ryan Hartman, another guy that can play center, but again, not a guy that really pushes the needle offensively. The back end, also not a lot of guys who push the needle offensively.
No, their best point getter last year was Jaron Spurgeon with 34 points. When you have defensemen breaking 100 points, that's just really not going to be enough offensively.
And with Spurgeon being hurt to start the year. I wonder if we'll see Kalen Addison running the point.
Yeah, he started out last year in that position, and he did pretty well. Spurgeon took it back, but yeah, he's got every chance to succeed there. I'm wondering, on the bright side of things, about Matt Boldy. I mean, how much more can he score this year? I mean, 80-point, 90-point upside? Where does that lie?
I think they'd be thrilled if he's a point a game. I think he has it in him, but with the talent around him, I'm not sure if they're going to have the horses to pull him there.
They still have a really good goaltending combo.
Yeah, a lot of stability. Of course, you've got the veteran Marc-Andre Fleury, but the guy I'm excited about, he really emerged last year, Philip Gustafsson, who has an over 930 save percentage. If he can continue giving that kind of goaltending, I think they're a shoo-in for the playoffs.
Yeah, they made the playoffs last year. I expect them to do it again this year, but can they get any farther? I'm not so sure.
All right, guys, let's talk about the Colorado Avalanche and the prospects for this team.
Well, they're only, a season removed from being the champions last year. A little disappointing the way they went out. Injuries were a factor, of course. But they have kind of rebuilt the middle six of their lineup, so that could be exciting.
Yes, lots of new faces. Ryan Johansson, Miles Wood, Ross Colton, Thomas Tatar, Jonathan Drouin, completely rebuilt. So, I mean, is this an improvement? I think on paper it looks pretty good, but how does it really play out on the ice?
Yeah, as long as they could stay healthy, they still have a pretty dangerous forward group.
Yeah, it's a nice mix. They brought in some veterans who've got experience. They've got a few youthful guys as well. The back end, though, is what really gets me excited about this team.
Yes, obviously headed up by Cale Makar, Devon Taves, Samuel Girard. I'm curious about Bowen Byram this year, though. Can he really take a step forward?
Yeah, they're stacked back there. And what about in net?
I think most people would agree that Georgiev had a really good first year as the goaltender there. What really concerns me is the backup situation. Pavel Francouz once again on the mend, not sure when he'll be back. They don't have a proven backup. I looked the guy's name up. I can't even really pronounce it. Justus Annunen, unproven guy. So he's going to have to come in every now and then to spell Georgiev. I'm not sure if he's ready for the bright lights.
But, I mean, this team, let's be clear here. They're still excellent. I mean, Nathan McKinnon, Mikko Rantanen, all-world players here. So, I mean, I think this team has every chance to win the division and win another Stanley Cup.
Yeah, it is a real shame that Gabriel Landeskog will not be playing this year, but I expect these guys to challenge for the top of the division.
Oh, we're almost at the zoo, guys. One more station to go.
We still have one more team to talk about, though, the Dallas Stars. I think the three of us are all really high on this team.
Yes, it seems like the whole hockey world is. I mean, their offense is going to be excellent. I mean, Jason Robertson, what a player he is. Rupe Hintz, a bit of a Swiss Army knife there.
Joe Pavelski, drinking from the fountain of youth.
Not to mention Jamie Benn last year, also their captain, drinking from the fountain of youth. I'm interested. They've added Matt Duchene. This guy is a guy who's one season removed from being a point per game, so it'd be interesting to see what he can offer. And most exciting from the young talent is Wyatt Johnson. Got close to 30 goals last year. Can he get there this year?
Yeah, great scoring potential in that team, and I really love their ability to keep the puck out of the net with Jake Ottinger, one of the best young goalies in the game.
He did seem to fade a little bit at the end of the playoffs.
Yes, he did. So I do wonder if they'll manage his minutes a bit more and whether or not we'll see a bit more of Scott Wedgwood in the regular season.
Yeah, it could be wedgie time.
The blue line looks okay, but there are question marks back there.
Well, Haskinen's a stud.
Yes.
Yeah, no question about that. He's emerging as one of the best in the game.
For sure. I mean, Ryan Suter took a lot of flack in the playoffs for his performance. He's 38 years old. This may be his last season. They can't really rely too much on him anymore. Esa Lindell, I think, is very solid defensively, but they're going to need a little bit more back there.
Hakanpää, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I think the growth is going to come from the young defensemen. They've got two that I'm excited about, Thomas Harley and Nils Lundqvist, both former first-round picks. I think they're both ready to take a step forward and be the next wave of D and Big D.
I think this team is ready for a deep run.
Taipei Zoo.
Well, gentlemen, look, we are finally here. Taipei Zoo Station.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
All right, let's go.
Everybody's got everything?
There's
Throw
a
on
lot
your
of
bags
people.
on the seat. Grab your bag.
Oh, man, my bag. Okay.
Hurry up, dude. The doors are closing.
Oh, man. My strap is caught in the door.
no.
In the door. Oh, the train.
Give it a yank.
Oh, my
Uh-oh.
foot. Oh.
Whoa, the train is going.
John, just let go of the bag.
Ow.
Let go.
It's not worth it, man.
And it's gone.